I do not respond to questions from Christians about Quran or Hadith or Islam until they can demonstrate a grasp of the English language and good comprehension. Okay, let's test it then. What does that word only mean?
Oh, you're doing John 17 theory, mate. So basically, wait. So you went from let's do a test of English to let's debate the Bible.
Yeah. So you know the word only means, yes?
Yes.
Exclusive.
Yes.
Yeah. No other.
If I say 2 + 2 only equals 4, is that in negation of all other equations that also equal 4?
No, it doesn't.
Why not?
Because there's more than one thing that equals 4.
Okay. So my statement, though, does my statement negate those other things that equal 4? When I say 2 + 2 only equals 4?
No.
Okay, let me ask you this. The statement only 2 + 2 equals 4. Does that negate other equations? Just the statement. I might be wrong, but does the statement negate other equations?
Yes.
Would I be wrong if I said that?
That's false. Yes, sir.
Why?
Because I just said that there's more than one thing that equals 4.
Exactly. Would I be wrong if I said 2 + 2 only equals 4? Would I be wrong?
No, because 2 + 2 only does equal 4.
Does that negate the other equations that equal 4? We got 2 statements. One statement I highlighted and colored it red. The other statement I colored it blue. Just so we can make sure that there's no confusion when it comes to the difference. First statement, only 2 + 2 equals 4. Second statement, 2 + 2 only equals 4. Do y'all see the difference? The difference is where the word only is placed in the sentence. Only determines what is being modified. So if we do only 2 + 2 equals 4, only is modifying the equation 2 + 2 equaling 4. Means nothing else other than 2 + 2 equals 4. No other equation. This will be factually false, but this is a statement of negation of other things that also equal 4. Saying only 2 + 2. Now let's go to statement B. 2 + 2 only equals 4. The word only is placed differently in this sentence. So now the word only is modifying the answer to the equation. The first only, statement A, only modifies the equation. In the second statement, the word only modifies the answer to the equation. So it'll be similar to you are the only true God. Statement B, only you are the true God. Do y'all see the difference? Do y'all see how the word only, where it's placed in the sentence, in the statement, changes the whole thing? Changes what's being modified? So up here in statement A, what's being modified, ladies and gentlemen? Is it the you that's being modified, or is it true God that's being modified? So you are the only true God. True God is what is being modified here, not the you. So this statement is not a statement of negation, not when it comes to the persons, but it does negate that there are any other true gods out there. There's only one of those. That doesn't mean that the you is the only one, is the only person that's the true God. The true God is multi-personal. You is one of them. Jesus is another. The Spirit is another. Now, let's go to statement B. Only you are the true God. What is being modified here in statement B? Is it you or is it true God? You. So Jesus, you said statement A, that they may know you, the only true God, and Jesus Christ whom you have sent. He doesn't negate that he himself is also true God, or the Spirit is also true God, but highlighting the you, which is the Father, as being true God, is glorifying the Father, not at negation of himself. John 17:3 explained. If Jesus said this, if he said statement B, then Muslims would have an argument. Unitarians would have an argument.
He's making the claim that this particular verse at the end of this surah is saying the Quran is saying all of the Quran is detailed explanation. That's your argument. Is that right, Avery?
That is correct. That the Quran is saying that it itself is a detailed explanation of all things. At least that's within that the Quran mentions itself.
But what I'm saying is it's not saying that he says that this verse is saying that the Quran itself explains everything in detail. Everything in the Quran is explained by the Quran.
That's what the Quran says.
But it's not saying that.
But that's what it says.
No, it doesn't mean that.
So when it says that the Quran is a detailed explanation of everything,
a detailed explanation of everything that it's speaking about in terms of the Sharia, how to perform acts of worship, etc.
Everything that the Quran talks about, the things that the Quran mentioned, it's detailed and explained about, all of it, because that's what the Quran says. So the Quran says in that verse that it is a detailed explanation of everything.
It's not saying it's an explanation of every verse in this book.
I know what your position is.
It's saying, confirming the previous revelations, the previous prophets, and it's the same message. So in this book, is the message, there's a message of the previous revelations and the previous prophets. Yeah.
Right.
And the explanation of everything is what a man needs to live his life, to attain paradise, to avoid hellfire. It's going to benefit him, what's going to harm him.
Yes.
That's what it's explaining.
The Quran says about itself that it is a detailed explanation of everything, not some things, not on the matters that are important, not on the things that are pertaining to your guidance and your salvation or your worship. No, it says everything, period. It doesn't qualify it. If it qualified what it meant by everything, then John and you and even Ibn Kathir would have a point.
Well, the context does.
No, it doesn't. It says it's a detailed explanation of everything.